Diversity is not inclusion, and inclusion is not belonging. Inclusion means people can bring their whole self to work, diverse qualities, perspectives, life and work experiences, and their personal style. Authenticity means employees don't have to fit into a mold to keep their true identities. For example, that would mean women can stop trying to be like a man to climb the promotion ladder. Inclusion, authenticity, and belonging are some of the many words that we are so well acquainted with when it comes to diversity. Let's look through some actionable ideas on solutions on how we can make these happen. Exposure and recruitment. What is required is a systemic change and encouraging an early start. There is a definite need to break the old-fashioned gender stereotype and work at the primary education level. The onus lies with parents and teachers to ensure that the girls are exposed to STEM concepts, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, just like boys, through toys, hobbies, books, and other means. Encouraging girls to enroll in educational courses like engineering, data analytics, statistics, mathematics ensures we are building a long-term pipeline that motivates more and more women to experience the possibilities of technology from an early age and equips them with the necessary skills to aim for top positions. It is then for us to make the recruitment process more inclusive. There are a number of ways that companies can attract a diverse pool of candidates. Gender blind hiring is already becoming very popular. This ensures that employers are evaluating candidates' applications based purely on their skills and experiences without letting unconscious bias influence their decision. Another technique that can be employed is writing job descriptions so that they are more inclusive, and phrases like with masculine connotations such as aggressive, determined, rock star have been shown to deter women from applying to jobs. We know that men apply for jobs even if they meet only 60% of the requirement, whereas women tend to apply unless they do not tend to apply unless they meet them all. The second aspect is about flexibility, safety, and empowerment. Creating a more flexible remote work environment helps retain women employees at the workforce. It's essential for us to create a work environment where women feel safe, trusted, and empowered. Women-friendly policies like work from home, part-time work, sabbatical, on-site childcare center to help decrease this post-maternity attrition are absolutely needed, but they're not always enough. Organizations also need to invest in the acceleration of their professional growth to help them develop into successful careers. Aspirations and needs of women employees are different at different stages in the career, so we really do need to focus on different programs accordingly. As an organization, it is important to understand that gender diversity needs both men and women to stand together for creating an inclusive culture. It's therefore equally important to encourage men as allies in driving this gender diversity agenda. By providing flexible working options, companies are much more likely to retain more experienced women who then might be more eligible for more senior positions as well. And to elevate the impact of child rearing on women's career development, men should also be given greater flexibility. Flexible working makes it easier for men to take on domestic commitments and play a more active role in their children's life. Over time, this will dispel the expectation that childcare responsibilities should fall solely on women. Mentoring and sponsorship. With the right mentor, women can see their potential development is being taken seriously. It can help them adopt a growth mindset. However, we cannot stop there. Women also need to have sponsorship, and a lack of sponsorship sometimes keeps women from advancing into leadership positions. It's important that we understand the difference between mentorship and sponsorship. Sponsorship is the kind of helping relationship in which a senior, powerful person uses their personal clout to talk you up, advocate for you, and place a junior person in a key role. With a mentor is someone who has knowledge and will share it with you. A sponsor is a person who has the power and will use it for you. And finally, about the cultural change. One of the greatest challenges to overcoming gender equality at work is a lack of alignment across different areas of businesses. Gender diversity is not the responsibility of any one individual. It's an issue that every member of the company needs to engage with. To ensure this, we must foster a culture that embraces gender diversity. Positive change is likely to happen when it's championed at the top. And therefore, first and foremost, it's important that leaders in the firm are behind that mission. Managers will need to be transparent about the problems that exist within the companies and set internal targets to address them. Like with everything else that's important, if we don't measure it, we won't get it done.